Thursday morning in the city of Lagos, Ogba to be precise, this morning. Welcome to this wonderful edition of the program. I say big thank you all that has subscribed to Flip TV and also been with us over the years. I'm Christian Chukwu on this program. Okay, let's look at what we have this morning on the newspaper headlines. We are here on the streets to get the views and comments, opinions of Nigerians this morning on what is happening in the country today. Most importantly, we are having a proposed electricity tariff hike in the country, and the Nigeria Labour Congress, they are prepared for a showdown. They vow to shut down electricity of discos if they go ahead with the increase. People are also speaking on the event. Also looking at the federal government insisting that if you do not take the vaccine, there might be sanctions on you as a Nigerian. We're also looking at that response this morning. Let's go over to the newspaper headline. This morning I have with me the Daily Sun newspaper. The Daily Sun newspaper is with me this morning. And I also do have the Nation newspaper. Yesterday, President Buhari fired 2 ministers, something that came as a surprise to many Nigerians. He fired 2 ministers, the Minister of Power and Agriculture. Minister of Power and Agriculture. After a midterm review, President Muhammadu Buhari yesterday dismissed 2 ministers out. One of them, they are the Minister of Agriculture and Rural Development, Sabo Nanono, and Minister of Power, Saleh Maman. The President redeployed Minister of Environment, Mohammed Mahmoud Abubakar, who replaces Nanono in Agriculture Ministry, and Minister of State Works and Housing, Abubakar Aliyu, to take over from Maman in their power industry. And there are reports that more ministers are to go over non-performance. Let's look at other areas of the paper this morning. 73 pupils kidnapped in Zamfara State. 73 students kidnapped in Zamfara State as the government shut schools in that state. 73 pupils kidnapped in Zamfara State. Continuous kidnapping in that state. That's what we're experiencing. Daily Sun, beside the masthead of Daily Sun, electricity tariff, NLC prepares for showdown. Electricity tariff, NLC prepares for showdown in Nigeria. Vows to shut down electricity if discos go ahead with increase. Vows to shut down electricity if discos go ahead with increase. Main headline on the Sun newspaper this morning: cabinet shake-up. We'll weed out weak link, Buhari declares after sacking minister. We will weed out weak link, Buhari declares after sacking ministers. Agric power ministers removed, 2 redeployed. Agric power ministers removed, 2 redeployed. Okay, Ohaneze sets September 29 as Igbo Day. Ohaneze sets September 29 as Igbo Day. IPOB declares September 14 sit at home over Operation Python Dance. IPOB declares September 14 as sit at home over Operation Python Dance. Kunle Olawumi can warns against media gag, advises FG to be tolerant, allow criticisms. FG replies Amnesty International accuses IPOB of stockpiling arms. FG replies Amnesty International accuses IPOB of stockpiling arms. Says Global Human Rights Body has no right to remain in Nigeria. Global Human Rights Body has no right to remain in Nigeria. No plot to impeach Lalong. Speaker is saying that no plot to impeach Governor Lalong of Jos. Military tackling circles of killings in Plateau, says CDS. Military tackling circles of killings in Plateau, says CDS. And finally, 73 students abducted in Zamfara by gunmen. 73 students abducted in Zamfara by gunmen. Government imposes curfew as 9 is being killed in Kogi State. Okay, let's move over to our review this morning. Mr. David, long time. We have had you on the program. I hope all is well.
Christian Chukwu. And I say all is well. That one is
I know that there are things that are not so easy for
an understatement too, but
I speak to people on the street and I get to know that things are not easy at all. Are not easy. People over there might be thinking that you see a normal person moving on the street and you think the person is okay. Even though some of us that are looking a bit okay,
they are not still.
So all is fine.
We bless God and we give kudos to God Almighty.
Okay, let's look at NLC prepares for showdown over electricity increase.
Thank you, Mr. Krizachuku, for having me on the platform this morning, and a lovely morning to all our viewers around the globe. When it comes to the issue of NLC,
Okay.
I believe Nigeria as it stands today, we don't have labor that will fight for the masses now. On diverse occasions, how many times has this same government hike electricity tariff? What have they done to stop that? How many times has the government hike pump price, fuel price? What have the so-called labor done to stop it? So many things. Inflation. What has this labor done to stop it? Now, rather, Abu, uh, Abu Wahab, Abu Wahab, this labor president, would seek a meeting with the federal government delegation. In return, Ghana must go will be given to him at 12 a.m. He will come out. Now, when people, he will tell Nigerians, don't worry, next tomorrow we will embark on what nationwide strike. Now, when he meets with the federal government delegation, 12 a.m. Ghana must go might have changed hands. He will come out in public and say that the strike can no longer hold. Can no longer hold. Is that the man in which I will have trust in? Is that the man every Nigerian should have hope on? Federal government is not even taking labour serious any longer, because he knows labour as of today does not have any decision to make.
Are you saying they are bluffing?
They are bluffing, yes. I like that word. They are bluffing. Ever since this NLC government came on board, there have been so many reasons for them to embark on strike, for them to shut down the economy now. What have they for one shut down the economy of this country? You know that
This
present labor, once this economy is being shut down, government would lose. You know, it will affect government, because government make money every now and then. But now this labor has been party government, has been party government with this present government. Now what it does is it just rise up of Nigerians. There will be strike. Federal government will call him into what dialogue meeting, and when Ghana must go change hands, envelope change hands, it tends not to go ahead with the strike. All what he's saying is just bluffing. He cannot do anything.
You're saying that in no way has the NLC fought for the people about the labor.
In summary, that's what I'm saying. Ever since this labor, Abu Wahib Umar came on board, and Buhari has also emerged as president, as he shuts down the economy one day, the present government would not take him serious, because he's a joker. It's a big joke. He does not have any. He cannot make a concrete decision and fight for the masses. Rather, the government would influence him, give him bribe. Now he will chew his words. Ever since government has increased electricity tariff this year more than 4 times. This is the fifth time. Now what has it been looking? Been looking? Inflation now is now on the high side. Petrol. How many times has government increased petrol? What has Labour done to stop that? I think gone to court. And now I think this present Labour, they are under the president's tutelage. The president is using them. So I don't have confidence in Labour now. I don't have any confidence in them. I don't have any confidence in them. I don't have confidence in them.
What's your experience when it comes to electricity in your place where you stay?
It's the same epileptic power supply. Out of 24 hours a day, we get like 5 hours, 4 hours. So the remaining 20 hours, there's no light. And I pay more for it. And you keep on hiking this electricity tariff yearly, daily basis. Who does that?
Someone said that they don't use green lights in some places in Ogba.
We don't have light here now. I seriously, you have light only 4 hours a day.
4 hours.
4 hours a day.
And you pay.
And you pay. You need to recharge.
Compare now and before that we are not using prepaid. Which one is better?
Now and before. Then it was even better than now. Even the prepaid now to before you recharge 5,000 naira, no. And before you know,
Those times we used to pay 1,000 something
let us even go back
per
to them.
month.
I like that 1,000 because then I know you will not see what you are paying for. Yes, you pay 1,000 and then it will not even hurt you. But now you will charge at times 10,000. If it's a all this first pay and slap your house, you charge more than 20,000 and see what you are even paying for. You are not even seeing it. You are not even making use of it. It's so painful. So I think we should let them take us back to them whereby we don't see the lights and we are paying token 500.
Okay, let's look at the ministers that have been sacked by Buhari's government. Minister of Power and Minister of Agriculture. How do you look at that action by Buhari?
It's a work on development. Let Buhari also sack himself.
Wait.
It's a work on development. Buhari is not supposed to sack those ministers. He should as well sack himself.
Why?
Because Buhari too has failed. If those ministers have failed in their own capacity, in their own office, the president too should sack himself because he too has failed. Yes, you sack those that have failed.
So you are not impressed that he sacked them? More are to be sacked.
I am very impressed because now what the president too has failed now. If the president has failed, therefore his ministers too will fail. Who is piloting the affairs of the other people? It is by himself. Imagine Minister of Agriculture embezzling 30 million naira just to build mosques. He built 30 mosques. 30 mosques. What is public office? Public funds. You are now diverting it to build mosques. But you can see where this issue of Nigeria is. Brother, we have been cursed. Now that those ones have been sacked, Buhari should as well sack himself because there is no difference between Buhari and the person he sacked.
There's no difference between Buhari and the ministers that he sacked.
Yes, there's no difference because they all failed. The Minister of Agriculture used 30 million naira to build mosques. Who does that? Public funds using it to build mosques. That was why why he was sacked.
Wow. Okay.
And is he saying that what more will go? That more ministers will go because these ministers have failed. Fine, this accepted. These ministers have failed, but even himself, Buhari, has failed. So if he sack the ministers, he should as well sack himself or resigns.
Okay. Amnesty International had a fracas with the federal government. Yet, federal government is saying that the human rights body has no right to remain in Nigeria because of its reports on IPOB and also some of the killings in the country. That the Amnesty International does not have rights to remain in Nigeria. Because I know Amnesty reports most time give us some reports that reflects the ordinary people.
Yes, very well. So that's very true.
The federal government saying that they don't have rights in Nigeria. What do you think?
I don't understand this government. How would human rights body does not have right to also report the in Nigeria. Except the president wants to gag everybody. He wants only his own side of story to be told. Whatever he tells the world, that is what the people should work on. It will not work that way. This is democracy settings. People have right to report what is happening in Nigeria. Yesterday, Zamfara governor shut down schools because of the killing. Now, are you saying people should not report that? I think people should not report that. Now, this is the same Amnesty in Nigeria that have reported that the bandits is now the fourth terrorist group in Nigeria. Because of that report, the president is now challenging them, has not taken them to court. Who does that? The president should know that this is not a military area whereby whatever he wants, he can always get along with that. This is democracy for Canada out loud.
Okay.
So let him reverse that. Everybody has right to stay in Nigeria and report the killing because that is what he wants. And let them report the killing. You can see how it is now. Nigeria is no longer safe. Zamfara now is in chaos.
Students were abducted. Just like that. And the governor said schools in Zamfara now have been shut down. Borno State now. Go to Plateau now. There's killing, massacre every day. And this is the same man that is saying that people should not report the killing. Why won't they report the killing?
when people are being butchered, slaughtered on what daily basis.
Buhari said he's going to. He hope he's going to leave a good legacy after office. Do you see him leaving a good legacy after
He's a madman.
he leaves office?
What kind of legacy does he want to leave? The trademark, the president will leave when he leaves office is what? Killings. That is regular trademark. What kind of legacy? No Nigerian can remember Buhari for good. No Nigerian start to be collected. What has he done?
He has supporters though.
Who are supporters? Let them come. Is it the one that have been hungry now? Hungry don't kill them finish. All the boy supporters, they are now hungry. Look that it is not that David said so. Go to streets, interview them. All the boy supporters that me used to know, hungry don't kill them. No be when you see for chop, support Buhari. No be when you see for chop, you support the president. Food no day.
Okay. Lastly, there's a report that the federal government wants to sanction people that refuse vaccination.
Me, I don't know how to use that too. I don't know how to use that. But I don't need to be vaccinated. I don't need this vaccination. I don't need it. Let those that need it, let them go and take it. For me, the Sabbath David, I don't have any symptoms of COVID-19.
You prefer to be arrested or go to jail than receive the vaccine?
Which vaccine? Which vaccine? My problem is not vaccine. My problem is hungry. What's my problem? About you think, let those this vaccine should not be enforced. Let those that want to take it. Allow those that do not want to take it. Let them be. Is Mr. Akosachukwu, vaccination or vaccine is not our problem.
Food,
Hunger and food is the problem of every common Nigerian. Vaccine is not a problem. I mean, see, COVID. Nobody has died in my locality or in my environment or in my community because of COVID. But malaria is killing thousands of persons every day. Malnutrition is killing people. Hunger is killing people. See, our problem is not vaccine. Our problem na wetin man go chop. That is the statement.
Okay.
Let the government fashion out way to solve this hunger. And now when it comes to strike, I don't believe NLC can hold the government to a standstill, can hold the government into ransom. He's only looking for a way to also get money to himself. The last money he got was not last 3 months. That was the NLC chairman. The last money he got was I think it was probably 3 months ago. That the federal government, he was chanting, he wanted to go on strike. Yeah, he will shut down the economy. The government had a meeting and gave him envelope. So he has spent that money. Now he's still using strike again to just bamboozle us. We no be mumu. We know that money he wants. NLC chairman needs money. The money federal government gave him, probably he might have spent that. So he's looking for a means to also get other one.
Okay. Thank you very much, Mr. David. Hi, Mr. Matthew. Mr. Matthew, good morning.
Good morning, Mr. Christopher.
Yeah, it's raining. Well, it's not raining cats and dogs. It's just raining. It's a rainy morning.
That is the way God wants it.
What happened to Mr. Raphael this morning? Because this issue of DSS looking for Mr. Raphael, that he didn't come early this morning. I don't know. Do you have any brief reports to that?
I'm not privy to any information about DSS looking for Raphael.
Okay.
But what I can understand is if he feel threatened or perhaps he have any information about his safety with respect to maybe any of the security agencies is looking for him, maybe he should be the one to ventilate the opinion so that the public will know, but I'm not privy to it.
Okay, let's look at electricity tariff. NLC is saying that they will shut down the country. They are ready for a showdown. Do you see that as a threat?
Do you have NSC?
Yes, we have NSC in Nigeria.
We don't have NSC.
Or maybe they are not functioning.
We only have NSC in principle. In practice, in real terms, we don't have labor. Because you judge people by their antecedents. You judge people by what they do in the past. Judging by the antecedents of this current leadership of NSC,
okay,
they are a toothless bulldog. So on that basis, and justified to say we don't have NSC. Because we have at a time when we needed NSC to rise to the occasion and defend the masses and their members. When there were increase in electricity tariff and PMS, they issued a threat to federal government to rescind the policy. The federal government refused. The federal government invited them. They had dialogue with the federal government, and at a point, they rescind their threats, and federal government had their way. So, in any issue, if you go into dialogue, I'm not saying you must always get your position 100%, but it is always either the one part you shift ground, then you find a middle ground. Not that you lose out totally. So it exposes you as a weak organization. It exposes you as an organization that is not potent, that is no longer a pressure group. So for me, NSC under Ayuba Wababi, what is his name, is a disgrace to NSC movement worldwide.
So how do we come about the protest if we are going to protest against hiking electricity tariff?
If there's any need for protest, we should go and do it ourselves. We should not rely on NSC. Because if we rely on them, I don't know, I'm not accusing them of perhaps money inducement, because I don't have information about that. But the much I can understand is that they are not reliable. So whatever might have transpired behind the scene that made them to become so weak, that I do not have information. But the much I can say is that I cannot rely on them, and I will not encourage any person to rely on them, because they will disappoint the whole masses.
How do you look at okay?
If there is need for protests, I think the people should take up the responsibility themselves and hit the street running and put pressure on the government to rescind whatever decision that is obnoxious and that is anti-people, rather than waiting for NSC to do it.
Let's look at this minister sacked by Buhari. That is a welcome development. From your thoughts?
If you say it's a welcome development, I may not argue that it's not a welcome development, because however I look at it, the failure or success of the ministers, Mr. President should take responsibility. So if you are deeming fit, from what we are seeing now, that most of the two ministers that were sacked is as a result of appraisal of all the ministries and the government generally, and that is a continuous thing that is not going to end here. And furthermore, that it is as a result of their low performance. But again, I do not know whether that fund, the basis for which the man was sacked, I mean the former Minister of Agriculture, no. How can you be approving fund for project that is not in the budget? There's a particular one that has to do with 30 million naira to build mosque for some herders in Borno State. I know he may be hiding under corporate social responsibility, but how do you now continue to spend outside your budgetary allocation? And I believe, I have insinuation that that is what may be transparent in other ministries. And over the years, we have been talking about prudent spending. We have been talking about the government blocking loopholes. I think this is one of them. And when the memo leaked, the ministry owned up to actually ascertain that the approval was done by the ministry under the supervision of that former Minister of Agriculture, in the person of that Nanono. So if that spending outside budgetary provision is part of what formed the basis for his sacking, I think it's a welcome development. Because generally speaking, from what I can see from the federal government, is as a result of low performance. Because whether Mr. President likes it or not, he will take credit, he will take responsibility for either success or failure of all the cabinet members. So to that extent, it behoves on him to fire whoever is not functioning well. more so as he had the right and power to hire and fire.
More ministers to go. That's what the federal government is also saying.
That's what I said earlier on, that from what we can understand, they say it's a continuous thing. It is an appraisal they have done. But again, let us start seeing results. Because collectively, this government have not been able to deliver on its mandates. I think the government should even look inward about the people managing the economy. Because all is not well with the economy. All is not well with the security. So it's either they change strategy, where we start rolling in areas of security and economy, so that we can start seeing new strategy that will engender the more needed, the much needed success in these areas. So for me, it's a welcome development, and the government should beam their satellite on these two major areas, economy and security. And again, the reason I am not comfortable with the system of government currently is because everybody has been telling the federal government that the current command and control system of the security architecture is not working. A situation where everybody goes to Abuja to take order from IG of police. Everybody go to Abuja to take order from the chief of army staff, chief of air staff, and all these other persons are submissive to National Security Advisor, who is a subordinate of Mr. President. I'm not saying that is wrong. What we are saying is, since the constitution gives the governors some leverage of some security power, allow them parade that security power in practice, not just in principle. Because you cannot be answering the governor and chief security officer of the state. That is in principle. But in practice, the governor do not command any security power. I think that is the bane of the reason we're having this level of insecurity.
Okay, looking at 73 people were kidnapped in Zamfara yesterday, continuous action by these bandits.
It's a matter of time. If it is not checked, what you saw in Zamfara is just a child's play. Even what you saw, the attack on Nigerian Defence Academy, is a child's play.
So
it's a matter of time.
We have Boko Haram members surrendering to the army.
Boko Haram is surrendering to the army, but the people are not looking at the larger picture. The larger picture is this. If you see Boko Haram and ISWAP, there was infighting between supremacy between Boko Haram and ISWAP. And now, ISWAP have been able to decimate Boko Haram to the point that they forced Shaka, or their Hitato leader, to commit suicide. Don't forget that ISWAP is a more formidable international terror organization. As we speak, ISWAP have taken over Ran community in Borno State currently, as of yesterday. Rasa, the whole community, chased away the military. Residents, everybody is fleeing. So it is not true that Nigeria is already winning the war against insurgency. It would have been a good thing if actually they are winning it. When we saw Boko Haram surrendering in their numbers, it was a welcome development. Though we knew that it was not the effort of Nigerian security forces, but the infighting between ISWAP and Boko Haram. But now that ISWAP is coming up with more tenacity, more vigor, more energy, I think looking at what happened in Afghanistan and looking at ISWAP as a more formidable and an international terror group, Nigeria should brace up for the challenge. Because if they didn't do it now, it's unfortunate the situation may get worse. So the war against insurgency is not over at all, considering what happened to that land recently, and considering the fact that ISWAP is an international terrorist organization, unlike Boko Haram that was localized. So Nigeria is in for a bigger trouble, considering the fact that Afghanistan has now been taken over by a well-known, formidable Hitato terror group, the Taliban. So that will now be a fertile ground for any terrorist organization in the world. Don't forget that before September 11 attack in America, it was in Afghanistan, it was arranged and they carried out the operation. That led to America and NATO and UN forces coming to dethrone Taliban in Afghanistan. Now Taliban are taking over and they have become a legitimate government. So if we don't brace up for the challenge now, it implies that they will be getting support from a place like Afghanistan, a place like Syria, where they have some rebels who are somehow looked upon as terrorist organizations.
Okay. Final thought, Mr. Ahmed.
My final thought is that Nigerian government should re-strategize and drive the process of fight against insecurity through technology, so that we can see an end to it. Thank you very much.
Okay, good morning, sir. Good morning.
Morning.
Your name, sir? Just get close to the mic.
Okay, my name is Talabi Kings.
Okay, let's look at this minister that was sacked yesterday by Buhari. It's a welcome development.
Well, the sack of those two ministers, the Minister for Agriculture and Minister for Power, well, I believe it's a welcome development to all Nigerians. Because, firstly, we commend the government for that action.
Okay.
Because for them sacking those people, there must be a reason for it. They want them to work effectively. They want the ministry to be more effective, and they want them to work hand in hand with the legislative. By and large, you know that the House, the National Assembly, has already queried the two ministers. One of them was supposed to have, the budget. He was spending outside the budget.
Yeah, that is Minister of Agriculture.
Agriculture. He's spending 30 million to build a mosque. It's good to build mosques, but is it inside the budget that they are budgeted for the ministry? Are you getting my point now? Let's put sentiment aside. It's good to build. Even it's good to build. We want to build church, but let it be on your own account, not on the federal account. Okay. That's what I mean.
More ministers have to go. That's what the federal government is saying.
Yeah, it could have come earlier than this. Nigerians are expecting it earlier than this because it's an holistic. We need an holistic overhauling in the cabinet setting. Not now. So coming now is a welcome development, but it's a bit late. But we still welcome it.
With the 2 years that Buhari has,
yeah,
will he make any impact with the removal of reshuffling of cabinet? Will he make impact?
And as I will say, if you look at it holistically, are you getting it now? They have performed to their own best ability, but Nigerians are not satisfied. Are you getting it now? Because the purpose of government is for welfare and security. So if security is out of the way, the welfare is below the average. I know,
So whatever you do is not.
The citizen will question your governance. What are you governing? And you look at what happened at Zamfara now. About 73 of the students they are kidnapped, and while about 2 or 3 of them, he said they had to run for their life. They escaped. So it's the job of the government to secure. I'm hearing some people saying that everybody should arm themselves. Is there any law backing us to arm ourselves?
I don't think so.
There is none for now. So I believe it is the sole responsibility of the government to secure the citizens of their country. That is what's happening.
Okay, let's look at vaccination, compulsory vaccination for Nigerians.
The compulsory vaccination for Nigeria, I believe that one is not. It will not
go down well.
It will not go down well on Nigerians because they can't force it on us to vaccinate. It's good to vaccinate, but vaccination is compulsory for them in the power, not for the generalism of Nigerians. If you choose to vaccinate, you vaccinate. If you don't choose to vaccinate, then are you getting it done? So far, you make sure that all the necessary precautions, you are doing it. Are you getting it done? But if they say they want to force it on us, we go to the law court. The law court will stop them. There is no law that can say to force anybody to vaccinate. So that one cannot find the light of the day.
Lastly, NLC, do you see them as a potent force to hold the government accountable? Because electricity tariff, they are saying they are going to shut down the country, the Nigerian Labour Congress.
I would say that the Nigerian Labour Congress, they have for the years that Ayuba Waba has been there, there is one thing that the people should know, that after the exit of the former NSC president Oshiomhole own style is for strike to hold the country to ransom. Okay, but this one own is more of negotiation. His own strategy is more of negotiation. That's what me I see about this own. And if the negotiation is they are on the round table, they are negotiated and they have agreed. But to me personally, averagely, he has not performed to our own expectation.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, sir. I have Mr. Chigozie. Good morning, Mr. Chigozie.
Yeah, good morning.
Nice to have you this morning.
It's my pleasure.
Let's look at the NLC. They are preparing for a showdown against electricity tariff. I think I've asked this question before. Do you see the NLC potent to hold the government accountable?
NLC, that Nigerian Labour Congress. Yes, I received a call. Is it from Washington or California? But I missed that call. I was very sorry because I was trying to fix the phone. It's not
Responding.
it's not okay. Then I have to take it to a technician, to the service center instead. And by the time I'm done, I saw that I already had a missed call from there. Please, I'm sorry for that. And you see, let's begin from this angle. What actually does the average worker in Nigeria stands to benefit? What is the basic allowance of an average worker in Nigeria? These are fundamental issues. As long as this remains unaddressed, then the interest of an average worker is not protected. If you don't engage the government in this fundamental aspect of the civil service or average worker in Nigeria, then it means you have lost direction. So as much as the Labour Congress or whatever the acronym is given to them, they have not addressed this fundamental issue. They deliberately shy away from that because they have been bought over. They have sold their conscience and their hearts to the government. You see, and that position jeopardizes the interests of an average Nigerian worker. You put in your efforts, your labor, your service, years of service, without any commensurate rewards. Look at what is 30 minimum wage compared to the current economic situation. So these are issues. When they sum up courage to address this issue, then I know that they are really existing. But as long as telling us they are building up for what? It is just a mere political expression or jamboree. So there is no labor force. The labor force is as good as this dispensation. In fact, they are the people that, of course, appointed them. So that you can't appoint between the supposed interests of your paymaster. So it's not done.
Okay.
And it's very unfortunate.
Let's look at Buhari's sack of ministers, reshuffling of cabinet. Do you see any positivity in what he has done?
You see, you can understand that a man is as good as his thought pattern. The Bible says, as a man thinketh in his heart, so he is. Unfortunately, you can see what is happening down there in Katsina State, which is the home state of the supposed president of Nigeria. Out of 34 local governments in Katsina State, 32 local governments have been overrun by Islamic apologists. You call them Boko Haram terrorists. The fourth mode, that if they have not come up to be the second most deadliest after the fall of Afghanistan.
Okay.
They have been overrun by the government, which means even the supposed kinsmen could not, of course, believe in his administration, has lost confidence in the administration of this dispensation of General Buhari. So it is inconsequential, it is needless. What are you reshuffling? On what basis? You're already a failure. So, and you surrendered yourself with your likes, who only, of course, sing your praises and in self-deception. Look at how Nigeria, look at what you call Nigeria. If your own states, the civil servants are not being paid, they are not even served, let alone going to work. You see? Over 1 million of them are calling for safety in IDPs or neighboring countries. So these are fundamental issues that should be addressed with, as a matter of urgency, not a reshuffling of cabinet. What has that done to an average Nigerian? When you know, you are sure that you are not, your safety has been compromised, your security of the state, of the supposed citizens has been compromised. You can no longer walk on the streets of Nigeria with your heart, without your heart beating, because you may never know what comes next. If you don't fall into the hands of the ISWAP, you fall into the hand of the terrorists, the supposed bandits, but they are real terrorists. It's very unfortunate.
Okay, let's look at federal government has accused IPOB of stockpiling arms and being a threat to the security of the country.
You can understand the irony. These people are not ashamed of themselves. I just told you that 32 out of 34 local governments have been overrun by Islamic jihadists.
Okay.
Boko Haram in his own state, country home. And yet, he have not deemed it necessary to move or to throw his weight against them, or using the instrument of the state to dislodge those people. Look, if the Defense Academy came under attack, by implication, it simply means that the defense system in Nigeria have collapsed. The academic system has crumbled. So the safety or security of the citizen could no longer be guaranteed. That is certain. You see, that is not subject to any debate or argument. Now, what wrong has IPOB done? If they have understood that this state is a failed state, and under such a system, in a failed state, it means that the constitution has been suspended. It's no longer working. We are in a state of anarchy, as most of the sitting governors have come out to make their position known that the indigents of their own state should take up arms to defend themselves. When they ask you to defend yourself, what does that suggest? Do you defend yourself with bare hands? The answer is no. It means you have to beef up your security architecture within the community and by extension the local government and thereabout, so that you can defend your people. So I don't see any wrong with the position of the IPOB. They deployed the use of diplomatic approach in resolving the issue, in ensuring that their life and the life of their loved ones are preserved, so that they can have a country, a system that they can trust their future, they can trust their political well-being, and all others total well-being, which is not feasible, which have been threatened within the contraction called Nigeria. So the asking for self-determination is within the ambit of the law. They have not contravened any law of the states or international law. So I don't see any reason this man should be bent at. This is internal hatred for the indigenous people of Biafra.
Okay.
It doesn't matter how much you hate us, but what matters is the position that my people say that onye chukwu goziri odi onye pray kochaya. When God has blessed you, of course, it doesn't matter the number of Haman or whosoever you hire to curse the people. They are already blessed of God. So your antagonism, your internal hatred for the people cannot stop them.
Okay.
So I think probably because it's still ramping, because the people have not resort to the use of arms, probably the eastern region will be turned to another Sambisa forest. By then, I think the language the government of Buhari will understand, will sink into his heart. So I pray that doesn't degenerate to that. But when the version becomes too high, people, of course, has the right to withdraw. And of course, the state of anarchy, in a state of anarchy, is a crime to be law-abiding. So I must, if I may want to advise the government, I know they don't have listening ear. The best thing you can do for this country, if your own country, state, or home country is not safe, then where can you guarantee safety? If Katsina is not safe, your own people, supposed people are not safe. The entire northern region where you come from, or you claim to have come from, is not safe. Then how can you guarantee the safety of the southwestern region? How can you guarantee the safety of the old eastern region, which is impossible? So it behoves on the people to take responsibility of protecting their own life first before any national interest. What is the nation that we should be encouraged to protect its interests? Nigeria is gone.
Thank you very much.
Of course, you can attest to that. And if Nigeria is gone, then the restoration of Biafran state is inevitable. Okay. And of course, imminent. Likewise, Oduduwa state.
Okay, thank you very
All
much.
hail Biafra. All hail Oduduwa state.
Okay. All hail Oduduwa state, Mr. Kule.
All hail Biafra, all hail Oduduwa
You
state.
see, people are not really talking about Biafra that much. Everyone focus is in Anambra, their focus is on election.
Election, yeah?
In Lagos, their focus is on electricity. Yeah. In the north, you are looking at the bandits. It seems the government has tactically taken people's mind away from this agitation.
Okay.
Do you agree with me?
Yeah, good morning viewers, good morning everybody. It's raining here. It's a wet day. And viewers that have been supporting, I thank you. God will keep blessing you. Yeah, the diversionary tactics the government is using now, the diversionary tactics the government is using now, it's been planned, it has been orchestrated by the cabals, same cabals that don't want their secret to be exposed, and we all know that. And thank God now, some of them have been showing their faces, and the atrocity they've committed earlier has been showing up. That these people, we could see the one that went to spent government money to build a mosque in a country that is multi-religious country, and you are going to mosque to dip your hand inside government coffin, public money, our commonwealth, to go and build mosque without authorization. So you could now see those are the people the EFCC is supposed to be quizzing now, the security is supposed to be quizzing now, because that now is enough to destabilize the country. Although it's not the first guy to do it. You could remember there was one emir that was CBN governor that did it too, that gave an Islamic 100 million naira. We remember that was like 7 years ago. So it's a norm within our brothers at the other side. So we just say that is really very wrong. And diversionary tactics they are using, you can kill the body, but you cannot kill the spirit. The spirit of this agitation is still on. So far, the government has not done the needful. Anything politics, I want to remove my hands in it now, because I found out that there is no viable leader you can put your trust on as a politician. They are all prostitute politicians. So anything security, they should not politicize it. The government that is trying to, the government in power,
Like we'll end this now.
the government in power should just do the needful and cleanse all this garbage and bring all those guys that are behind the destabilization of this country. And the main thing I've been saying, let us have a restructuring. Let us, this country is too big. It's an headache for anybody that comes in. It's going to be an headache. It's too big to control because people have diverse culture, diverse, ethnic, diverse, So let everybody just plan himself through restructuring so that we can know. And about the, what's it called, the grazing, the governors that are betraying, we know them. The governors that are betraying, we know them. You sign something and you are going back towards what you signed. You are going against what you signed. We know you and we are waiting for you. Maybe you come back and ask for our votes. We all show you that we have the power. We have the power. You are our messenger. We send you down there and you are misbehaving. That is just my final
thought. Okay.
My final thought now is, let all youths, including myself, let us reawake and take up the power into our hand, because we have the population. During the election, we have the population. Let us utilize our population and make things better for ourselves.
Within 5 minutes because of the rain. Mr. Good morning.
Good morning, my brother. God bless you. My name is Lucky Yaguna from Edo State, Edo Nobi, Lagos. Thank you very much.
Okay, Buhari sacked 2 ministers and more are to go.
Oh, I'm happy, but something wrong. Buhari is supposed to sack himself first.
How can a president sack himself?
Yes.
How can a president sack
When
himself?
killing, poverty, hatred, backbiting, witchcraft in a country like this, Buhari is supposed to resign. Supposed to resign. When the head is rotty, the leg, the hand are rotty. He too supposed to exit, leave, so that Nigeria will have a fresh air. As far as he's there, no. If you like, bring minister from the moon. It is same thing. After all, we still put his brother there. There's no difference. Buhari is supposed at least resign, because the country is dying under his watch. Really. So, in my own area is that Buhari sacking minister is not the solution. Buhari government, please, things are bad under your watch. Under his watch, under his nose, under his mouth. Is it hunger? Is it poverty? Yesterday, 75 or 73 were kidnapped yesterday in Zamfara under his watch. Upon all the security measure they put in Kaduna and Zamfara and Niger, the bandits have opportunity, have the boldness of go and kidnap. How can a group of people kidnap 70 something? That is what governments are saying, Commissioner of Police. But actual truth, they are more than 100.
Actual truth?
Yes.
They are more than 100.
More than 100.
Do you have any previous information?
According to the people in that particular area, say they are more than 100. But for commissioner to say 75 or 73, you should know that my brother is above more than 150.
Okay, you NLC and they are preparing for a showdown over hike in electricity tariff.
Who is the NLC leader? Ayuba Wambara. That is Hausa man. Since Buhari came in,
Anything Hausa man have to do with
any Hausa man, they are brothers. They will never fought themselves at all. I will remember when Oshomola was the labor leader. What happened? He performed well and he tried. Hold on, Basajo. But since the day this man entered Imala, do you remember NSAS? Labor did not participate. A lot of things, labor did not participate. Are you aware? People are paying with their nose. Since last 3 months, we have increased. The two bedroom flat, they will bring 150,000 naira.
50,000. Wow.
160, 200, 100,000. Is that not almost 200% increasement? Which strike is he going to strike again? Let him strike. Let him do it. Let's see. We'll watch. But if they start protest, we are going to support them. But I know they can't do it. Labour, I don't trust Labour. because the kind of leader that we have are being bought by the government. So that is why I can't trust Labour. After all, people are playing with their nose, and the electricity is saying they want to increase. Sacking Minister of Power, sacking Minister of Agri. Why? Do you know why Buhari is sacking? Let me tell you why Buhari sacked Minister of Agri. Because I'll be here shouting that a tube of yam 2,000 naira, and Buhari fee he has been bringing billions for farmer. Why food is still expensive? Why is still poverty? I believe that is the reason why. But it's not enough. If all the minister can be sacked, even Fashola, Minister of Works, Amechi, mostly Gige, who cannot pay doctors, all these people, including Buhari himself, the man is not doing well. Let's say the truth. Sacking minister is not the issue. Bring another minister, he will still bring his brother there. So what he need? Nigeria is not working. A2 is not working. His government is not working. Minister is not working. So the best thing, let Buhari go for these 2 years, otherwise we are going to suffer.
Okay, compulsory vaccine, lastly, compulsory vaccine.
Yes.
They will sanction you, they will...
Yesterday, somebody said we should repeat that topic. God bless you, my brother.
Vaccination.
I like you. I said,
Vaccines.
I am going to take it with my family. I'm going to take it. I told you yesterday, the poverty in Nigeria is even more than that vaccine. The poverty in Nigeria, what we are going through, suffering, hatred, is more than that vaccine. So what I'm saying, I encourage Nigeria should go and take it. In Edo State, the governor make attempt, but the court stop it. That is not enough. We have in Nigeria, I don't believe our court. Today, somebody will go to court in the morning, get judgment. The same day, another person will go to court again and still get the same judgment. So we don't believe our judges, we don't believe our court. But I advise people, advise my colleagues, go and take that vaccine. There's no way you take that except you did not eat. Those who are not eat are the one taking it and fall down. But when you eat well, when you take it, I don't think that's problem. A lot of Nigerians have taken it. But it's an advice for me. Go and take the vaccine and be safe than die. When you die, you die. I don't want to die now. And again, somebody say, why am I afraid? Why am I afraid of police or DSS? I'll tell you the truth. My brother, if Sunday Igboho, who used to disappear, are being held for prison and cannot disappear. What of Nnamdi Kanu, who is almighty, the whole world believe, and he be held. Me, mosquito, the only thing is that there's no way.
You are not mosquito.
Mosquito is just, mosquito, once you do mosquito like this, it's gone. So I don't have the power, I don't have money, but the only thing is that, by the grace of God, everybody wants to talk. Let me tell you, wants to talk against the government, your enemy to the government, you should know that. For us, standing here, talking against them, even though I'm present today, even though I'm present, they don't know me, but he doesn't have time, doesn't read, doesn't watch news. All he believes I want to just spend that 8 years and grind Nigeria down the way he's doing it.
I heard
so,
Raphael was dodging this.
Raphael was, my brother, Raphael was dodging this morning. The way the police are ready, and they can see us talking, they raid you, by the time they go and don't be there, who know you? So that's why we're afraid. But let me tell you, all die and die. Nigeria is down under Buhari. Buhari is not working. Minister is not working. No expert is working. I told you, if they declare coffee in Zamfara and the band still went ahead and kidnapped more than 100, what is he telling you? So we are not safe in our home. Happy, my brother.
It's true.
Are you safe?
It's true.
Are you safe?
It's only God that secures.
Are we safe?
It's only God that secures. God.
Nigeria is not safe under Buhari.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. My name is Lucky Edonobileko. Go and take your vaccine. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Go and take your vaccine, Mr.
Hello, viewers. For your information, I've come here to say the truth and nothing but the truth. I'm a Christian. Listen, Lucky's name is Lucky Ehi. Not Edonobi Lagos. His father's name is Ehi. Let me tell you, my father's name is Mwechi. Listen and listen good. I'm greeting all of you. You are here cheap. The reason why I come every morning, Lucky comes every morning, Opara comes every morning, and the rest of us. We thank you for enjoying us. My brother, ask me any question, I will say
Do you
the truth.
support the vaccine, taking of vaccine?
I, Raphael Mbeji, has never ever supported the vaccine because COVID-19 in Nigeria is COVID-419. Have you forgotten in a haste that during COVID-19, federal government of Nigeria duped WHO, duped United States of America, duped Germany, duped EU, duped billionaires in Yoruba land, in Hausa land, and in Igbo land. When Koskairis could give federal government 2 billion to take care of COVID-19 victims and the lockdown era to supply food for people, federal government could not spend 10 kobo. I pity people in Buhari government because their generations are going to suffer what their father committed in the past and what they have committed in the present. What am I trying to say here? The lockdown, the whole Lagosians, Kanu guys, Igbolites, Yoruba, Hausa suffered. There was much sufficient fund to take care of every Nigerian. But federal government of Nigeria seized the money, governors seized the money, councillors seized the money, chairmen, ministers, police and the military, only them share the palliatives supplied to Nigerian people. So how then can you conceive it that the vaccine is real? That COVID-19 is real. Let me tell you, I don't believe in vaccination of this kind of arrangement, cloned disease. It is a scientific arrangement from China and the United States of America. Both countries should come out and explain to us what transpired in the dark.
You're not in support of the vaccine at all?
I don't support it because it is an arrangement to reduce the whole world population. It is getting out of hand. Only China, the Chinese is getting to 2 billion, followed by India, Pakistan, Brazil, USA, USSR, no, the USSR is gone anyway, UK. So what are you telling me? I don't believe in this kind of fictitious cloned disease called COVID-19.
Let's go, electricity tariff. NLC is saying that they are going to take it up with the federal government.
Before I take that, your question, I want to tell the whole world that I can never take the vaccine. My children cannot take it. People I know and my friends, I advise them not to take it because we don't know what these people are up to. The Europeans, they are the same. Americans, they are the same. These guys are so subtle and trickish that they think that we Africans are just rabbits and guinea pigs that are meant for scientific experiments. So on NLC strike, NEPA tariffs has been on the high right from onset. I know that right from east. Before I come to this southwestern Nigeria, anything about NEPA is fake. NEPA officials, PHCN, Power Holding Company of Nigeria, are fake. They are fraudsters. They scam Nigerians. They scam all our hard-earned money, and they still come to us every morning at our doorsteps challenging us. And there's nothing we can do because they always come with armed soldiers, armed policemen to collect their money. And if you don't pay, they will disconnect the light in your presence. And the whole season, everybody will never do anything. Because guns, the word gun at us, guns, bullets are the keys that opens our wallets. When someone just word gun at you and surrender you, you have no option than to pay. If you don't pay, it's gonna do what? Slugs. It's gonna what? Open slugs into your brain. Can you collect a slug? SLUG. That is the key that opens wallets. Almighty NEPA, they are worse than Nigerian police. They are worse than the former NEPA. They collect money at random. Are you listening to me? Estimated bill, estimation. No specific system, formula of collecting their bills, both commercial and the residents. Okay. You must pay. It has gone high. If I tell you how much Lagosians pay per room, NEPA bill every year. My brother, every room per room in Lagos State pays more than 1 million in a year. I'm telling you, everybody cooperates. Everybody cooperates. Each house, each compound, everybody cooperates. Once they come, they are unquestionable people. You don't question their authority or prerogatives. They will collect the money from you. I'm telling you, the NLC striker you are talking about, sorry, is it not somebody Waba? Is an Hausa man.
Does he have to be Hausa?
Everything is Hausa.
Does he have to be Hausa?
Minister of Labour, Ngige. Minister of Works, Hausa. Development, Hausa. Sorry, Minister of Works is I think Fachola. Minister of Development, Hausa. Agriculture, Hausa. Buhari has sacked his Minister of Agriculture and Guinea Development. Power. Thank you. Buhari has sacked 2 ministers in 6 years. The deal has been done. The money has been embezzled. They have succeeded on sucking us dry. So what is the need of sacking them at this late hour? Is it not stupidity and foolishness that makes the cats accompany his master for a fight?
Final thoughts.
Buhari has failed. The so-called institutionalized ICPC and EFCC, they are for the southern government officials. They are not for Fulani officials in the government. The whole government office positions in Nigeria are filled with Fulani people. All of them. Both the one they know and the one they don't know. Which is why you have mediocrities in the land. The whole government departments in Nigeria are filled up with mediocres. People that don't have experience of government. They are the one working for us.
Okay.
Everywhere, in the police, in the military, everywhere.
Finally, Mr. Ram.
Are you listening to me? Director, Computer General of Immigration, Hausa, prison, Hausa, police, Hausa, military, Hausa, everybody, Hausa, Fulani, all of them.
Okay.
Are you listening to me?
I'm listening.
The reason why we were about running yesterday on the rumor of EFC's DSS, let me tell you, Igbowo that can dematerialize and pass through wall and pass through iron and wood. When he commands gun will fly and enter his palm. He will control gun. Abi, doesn't he control gun? Where is he now? Inside cell, being detained. Nnamdi Kanu, of course, you know, the most, let me call that guy an erudite. That guy is an icon. The most respected agitator in the world. Under what platform? Sovereignty of Biafra. Nnamdi Kanu is down in the jungle called DSS detention facilities. So who are we? Let me tell you what we are doing here. We are doing it by the grace of God. It's God that has given us the courage and the heart to be here. So which is why anytime we hear rumor, anything about DSS and the police, what happens? We take to our heels, running for our dear life. There's nothing like freedom. Freedom is good for everybody. Even both animals.
Thank you very much. Mr. Koko, then we have 5 minutes, so as much as you can, because of the rain, to affect. So 5 minutes. Let's agree. Are you praying or are you?
Father, Yahweh, thank you. I bless you. My Father, your name to give us rain to make us to be alive. I thank you because the day as I'm having it now, the day I had the remote DSS, I wasn't around. I thank you, but nobody continue to save me. I wasn't around. I'm just sharing it now. May I not be glorified. I haven't appeared within these few days. Father, I thank you. I thank you for our viewers abroad. May your name be glorified in Jesus' name.
Okay, let's look at Buhari's sack of ministers. How do you look at it? The welcome development.
I am Mr. Patini Oko condemned in this Second Republic of Biafra, led by Masin Nnamdi Kanu, government of Biafra. Long live Republic of Biafra, long live Republic of Biafra, long live Masin Nnamdi Kanu. You see, I'm rushing because I don't have time. Time is against me now. You see, Buhari to sack the government, the 2 ministers now, is a deceit. Is it today that his government have started being corrupt? He tried to do this to show the world that he's a man of integrity. That he's not corrupt. He himself is corrupt. If he's not corrupt, how before he entered as a head of state or president, how much do his son have? But immediately he entered, his son went and buy a power bike, which is around the 40 million naira. Where did he get that money? Where is work? If he's not corrupt. The time he went, I think 2017, he spent 100 or something days abroad, treatment. The time Kachi was a minister of NNPC, managing director. Yeah, immediately he returned $25 billion lost from NNPC. Do we have the accounts? We don't have the account. Nobody there he ends. So, okay, he tried to make these people. These people he retired, not to sack. He retired them. They went retirement, not to sack. He just to make them scapegoats. For us to know that body government is fighting against corruption, body government is doing this, body government is doing that, all of them is fake. All of them is deceit. All of them want to tell the world that he's a saint. Government of this present government of Nigeria is not a saint. They are corrupt from head to toe. So let's put that one aside. We know what, if people don't know, I know what he's doing to show himself that he's a good man.
So you're saying he's deceiving us?
He's deceiving us. Okay. For how long did it take him to remove the chief of army staff, former chief of army staff? People cry. He did not remove that one. That one overstay his time. He did not remove him. If his government is fair or his manufacturing, okay, when the new chief of army staff enter, all those people, security apparatus enter, the new ones, they lamented that the money they use, they want to take to go and buy guns. They don't see any money. All the money they project for the military to buy weapons, they don't see them. Where did that case end? Do we hear the result of it? So all those things are let me talk quality. Bunch of flyers. That one let it be a god.
Electricity tariff is going high, and the NLC are saying that they are going to go on a shutdown of the economy if the discos and gencos increase electricity.
Disco and that increase electricity, who own them? All this electricity, we are crying. All this going up. No light, but you are paying bill. Give a prepare meter, pay as you use. They will not give. The one they bring is fake. You will buy card of 2,000 naira card, slow it within 1 week. You finish, you go back again. Did you continue running? Barak. As if a speed train is.
Your area is 2,000 naira?
I'm giving you an example. If you buy card fixed now, before you know it, you have gone. Go and check how the prepare meter in Nigeria consume light and check what the other country consume. You know that our own is going more higher. And all these electrical companies, that the Disco and the Gico, who owns them? All of them are government favored. All of the people in the ministry, the people in government have share in them all. That is why when common man cry, they will not do anything. Because they themselves are eating from there. So forget about them. We know them. That is government picking versus government. Nothing can happen. They will increase it as they like. Nobody will do anything. And then listen that we go shut down. Although they themselves are hypocrites. Nigeria Labour Congress, they are hypocrites. They will tell you, catch. It's rabbit. Sometimes they will tell you, leave. It's mouse. They will come to them, say, people, we are with you. They go back to government, accept with government, collect money. Next tomorrow, they say, the strike is called off. Which Nigeria you are going to shut down? And Nigeria have already shut itself down. And NLC cannot do anything. They are not the ones shutting Nigeria down. Nigeria have already shut itself down. Nigeria is already down. Nigeria is already fall. Nigeria is not rising up. Therefore, NLC do not tell us you don't want to shut Nigeria down. Hand of God is against Nigeria. For the crime Nigeria is committing, hand of God is against Nigeria. Nigeria is already shut down. What we are expecting now is the time that Nigeria be marching Nigeria down. That's what we are expecting now, but Nigeria is down already. So we are expecting for cows to come and march Nigeria down. And they're collecting land, giving cows. Then the remaining cows to come and march Nigeria down, but Nigeria is already down.
Finally, Mr. Hukunem, between your PVC and a visa, choose one.
My PVC
and visa.
Which visa? Which PVC?
PVC to
vote.
and visa to fly out of the country?
If I were asked, I will say I choose visa, but not visa to death, visa to live. Because whom are you going to vote? Election is Nigeria is election. You will queue. Then we short. I better queue here and stand to be talking, and then will be beating me than to go and queue for election. Then we beat you, some will beat you. Still, it's the people that want that we put there, not the people you vote. Therefore, voting in Nigeria is useless. That one aside. Now, visa, vaccine, COVID-19 vaccine. Nigeria said everybody will take vaccine. They are going to take health measure. They are going to. Is it today that this government knows that life is important in Nigeria? Now they're trying to force us to take vaccine. Vaccine after 2 years. After 2 years, the vaccine will start reacting.
After 2 years.
After 2 years, we start reacting. What they're trying to inject in us now is poison to eliminate African population, to eliminate black man population, not prevention. They are trying to inject the sickness into our body, and the sickness will not work until after 2 years. You see the reaction. You not know that this vaccine you take 2 years ago that is reacting. Now the government are forcing us, leading us to grave. I said no. Nobody should take that vaccine in Nigeria. Nobody should take it in Nigeria. Now, if we thought the vaccine is good, why should government be forcing us to take vaccine? If I die, should be me that the government to die. If I refuse to take vaccine and COVID-19 come and kill me, I will go condemn. Now me die, nobody die. Now me die. So they shouldn't be alone. I'm not going to take it. Number one, if our life in Nigeria is important, if this present government, Buhari and his Fulani, Nyanti Allah, government of Nigeria, if they prefer life of human being, they could have stopped Fulani herdsmen killing. They could have stopped Boko Haram killing. They could have stopped kidnapping. If our life is important to them, why should they enforce vaccine onto us? Because they have collected money and eat. They have collected money and eat. Therefore, they won't force every Nigeria. Let them go and force Boko Haram to stop. Force Fulani herdsmen to stop. Force kidnappers to stop. Let them stop the anarchy. Let them grant people their freedom. Let us have freedom of speech. That we know that they care for us. No food, no good shelter, no hospital, nothing. You are not facing that one to save our life, but you are forced to take vaccine. There's something behind it.
Okay.
Understand? By the time COVID-19 appeared, by now the government has supposed to build hospital, build pharmaceutical companies, impose them that will produce the vaccine for us, build hospital, build the quarantine center. They shall upgrade our health service. They do not do it, but they are forcing us to go take vaccine they import. Is it not nonsense? It's not barbarian.
Okay, thank you very much.
Oh,
Mr. Akukode.
I'm a Biafra. Honor Hakwanona. Oyen Babu de Chende Chambonile. Masen Carlo. Chuku Gosiegi. Namde Carlo. Egapta Nudon. You never die in the den of lion. As Daniel come out from the den of lion, Masen Namde Carlo, very soon God will bring you out in the name of Jesus Christ. IPOB, ESN, unknown government in Biafra land, don't sleep. I am Mr. Okpa, the new Okokondem in this Republic of Biafra. Lead by Master Nnamdi Kanu and the IPOB government of Biafra. Long live Republic of Biafra. Long live Republic of Biafra. Long live agitators. Long live the good people all over the world that love the truth and respect the truth and love human life. May God bless every one of you in Jesus' name. Long live our viewers, our viewers abroad who love us and send a good hand of encouragement unto us. May God bless you all in the name of our Lord Jesus Christ. Amen and amen and amen.
Thank you very much, Mr. Okokondem. Wow, thank you very much, everyone that have spoken this morning. Although we have not been finding it easy in this area, but we just thank people for supporting the reviewers. I'm Christian Chico on this other edition. A big thank you to the man behind the camera, Mr. Femi Davis. Till tomorrow as we meet by God's grace. Bye for now.